Welcome on the Swisscom stage at the Hospitality Summit for the next topic. What happened when a leading provider of payment and technology solutions joins forces with an independent foundation that brings transparency, fairness and industry through data? Planet and the HCommunity Foundation demonstrate how technology, trust and purpose can work together to make hospitality future-ready, economically, socially and environmentally. A warm welcome to my two guests today, Adrien de Souza, Head of Hospitality Switzerland at Planet, a hospitality tech expert driving digitalization, automation in hotels with a focus on better guest experience. Welcome, Adrien. Christophe Menier, founder and CEO of Blend and president of the HCommunity Foundation, a visionary leader redefining how data, AI and collective intelligence shape the future of hospitality. Also you, Christopher, nice to having you here. I would say we start directly into our topic. The topic is people, planet and purpose. What does the triad mean to you and why is that kind of alliance more important now than ever?
For us at Planet, people, planet, purpose is more than a theme, I think. It reflects how we think about our role in the hospitality industry. So people have always been at the center of the hospitality industry. It's a people business, be it guests, staff, or hoteliers, and our technology is designed to make work easier for them, to make operations smoother, and of course for the guests to make their guest experience better. Planet stands for our name, but it also reflects our focus on long-term sustainable value, both economically and operationally. And purpose is about recognizing that our tech is not in a vacuum. It plays a role in shaping how the industry evolves. With platforms like Protel.io and the Open API, we're not just selling software, we are helping hotels take more control of their data and connect more meaningfully with partners and with guests. So that's why the alliance with the HCommunity makes sense, right? It's a practical step towards a more open, transparent, and collaborative hospitality industry, where data can be shared securely and ethically, and where hotels of all sizes can benefit. And I think we are proud to support that.
Yeah, and for me, hospitality is first and before all about people that work in the industry, but also all the guests that we welcome. And basically, we started this foundation because the hospitality industry is the first one impacted when we have movement, economical, political movement. So just a quick recall of what we do basically. Let's say that you are an hotel or restaurant. You decided to join the foundation. You accept to share your data with us. We connect automatically. We pull the data that we store anonymized in our data lake in Switzerland. And thanks to this, we are able to give back for free to you all the market insights. So you can see in real time what's happening around you. It could be your neighborhood, your city, or bigger than this. And you can compare your own performances with this concept. For us, that's quite important because with that, you can exactly understand where you are compared to the market. You can see if you do better or maybe you have room for improvement, but you can also see all the opportunities that you have in front of you. And that's where our DNA is. It's people, because we are here to support all the different actors. Tech is one big side that we do manage, but what's the most important is what we deliver directly to them. And more than this, more than the purpose of helping the industry, I said that it is free for all the contributors, and that's our mission. But we also notice that on the market, some companies can acquire data without you knowing it. So what we have done is we have reversed the market, and basically we value now the data that you are producing, that are the results of your work, and we monetize this anonymized data set that destinations or private companies will acquire, but at the moment we monetize it, a bit goes to cover the cost, Lightweight is free, and then we share the revenue directly with all the different actors. And that's why we are very focused on the people, and we have a purpose behind this initiative.
And when did start this collaboration, and what was the trigger for this collaboration between Planet and the HCommunity Foundation?
The trigger was alignment. I think alignment on vision and alignment on timing as well. So HCommunity approached us with a very bold and ambitious idea to build a data center or a data sharing platform which supports and creates value for the entire hospitality industry, and not just for a few players. So what struck us was that HCommunity was not just asking for access to the data, but they want to give something back. A fair, transparent model where value flows to everyone who participates. And at the same time, we, Planet, were already investing heavily in the kind of open, interoperable systems and infrastructure which could actually support such a model. So especially through our open API and the Protel.io platform. So the pieces fit, and it wasn't just a commercial opportunity. It felt like the beginning of something with real purpose. And when we saw Chris's conviction and the solid structure behind HCommunity, it became an easy yes for us. So I think what we both want is to empower hotels not only to be commercially successful, but to thrive as responsible and informed contributors to a broader ecosystem. And I think that's what makes this an alliance. And it's built on shared focus, on shared visions, and not just on shared APIs. Chris, I was not there in the beginning with the first conversations, but maybe you can share how you saw that unfold.
Basically, it all started during the COVID. I think around 2022. Basically, we had a huge hospitality data platform, and we had hoteliers in our own areas that came and say, Chris, can you please centralize our data just to tell us what's happening, because we have no clue about the cancellations, if people are coming back, etc., etc. And for me, it was great because more than a company, we had the real goals, a real vision to apply with people that work in this industry. So I went to see Protel, I explained the project, and I said, okay, we need access to the data. We need to get this data to transform it into something valuable, not for one hotel, but for all the hotels at the same time. And that's how we started to work together. And right now, we have very strong direct integration between the two systems. Because again, what's not important is not the tech side. We take care of it. It's all automated, compliant. The most important is what we deliver. And who is the best? Then Protel. You have a lot of experience. You exist since 30 years, something like this, right? So you also know very well the market, and we are quite happy to also participate in the product vision and what we can deliver to the hotelier.
It's really nice, this collaboration together. Planet has a strong footprint in hotel tech and payments. And with Protel PMS, a modern PMS infrastructure combines with open API. How does this tech backbone support HCommunity's vision of free, accessible data for everyone?
So Planet believes in that openness and collaboration is essential to moving the hospitality industry forward. And that's why we were one of the first, if not the first, technology launch partners for HCommunity. We saw right away that this is just not just another integration, it's a chance to support the industry as a whole. At the center of this collaboration is, of course, our investment in open API and API technology built on top of our Protel PMS infrastructure. And just to clarify, anyone who's wondering, we're continuing to actively develop both Protel on-premise and Protel Cloud PMS. The on-prem system is not being phased out. It's very much part of our roadmap. But of course, we are also investing very heavily in our cloud PMS, in cloud innovations, where the open API plays a key role in connecting across systems and partners. So whether a hotel is working on-premise or on cloud PMS, our goal, I think our combined goal, is to make their data work harder for them and to do it securely, efficiently, and transparently. Now, just to be clear, Planet is a commercial organization, and that's how we do it. That's what we do. But in this specific collaboration, we are not monetizing it. We support it because we believe it's the right thing to do. And when hotels can access and they can contribute to meaningful insights without barriers or without costs, that raises the bar for everyone. So yes, we are proud that our technology powers hotel operations, but in this case it powers something much bigger and unlocks something much bigger. At Planet we also support a marketplace of integration partners, and we confer preferred status to many of our partners who share our standards in terms of service levels and benefit to the community. And we made HCommunity a preferred partner right from the onset to make it as seamless and easy as possible for hotels to join and to start benefiting from the data.
Christopher, you already said Planet has a lot of experience, but when we go a little bit deeper, why partners with a commercial tech provider? How does this collaboration help you to scale your impact?
Yeah, I think that first and before, we do not have any commercial agreement in place. It's just a shared vision. So I don't want to sound too marketing, but that's today the reality. I will give you a simple example. Today, with what's happening in the world, unfortunately, I receive a lot of questions about, okay, what is the impact on the Middle East market in Switzerland? Here, we have a feel of urgency. What we have built with Planet is just that you want to join the foundation, no problem, you come, boom, it's connected. That's where the power is, and it's not commercial. That's why we are able to do that, because we share the same vision today.
What is the big challenges in implementing your vision so far, and what have you learned from it?
Yeah, I think that the first and biggest challenge for us is Planet is one of our partners, but the market is a bit fragmented. We have a lot of different solutions, meaning PMS, POSs, etc. So first, we had to do the connection to all of these different platforms and to be sure that the data that we collect in real time are correct. So we have a tech challenge before. And then once we have all of this data, what do we do with it? That's also a core challenge, because sometimes I can talk with a big chains, but then I talk with a very nice hotel near the lake. What will be a good deliverables for everyone? So how can we support both of them with the same value at the end? So for us, the challenge was also to understand, okay, how can we help? What do you need every morning? How can we support you through what you see? Do you have some questions? Can we provide some answers? And that's where we answered first with a product where we can go very, very, very deep, maybe deeper in the market from what I have heard. But most important is we have a lot of people in the foundation, because we like the notion of collective intelligence, meaning that everyone will bring his own experience. So we have tech partners, but we also have academic partners, we have association as well, and everyone can come and say, okay, boom, I bring my own piece of experience to have something far better at the end. And it's a bit challenging to manage everyone, but it's working perfectly.
And when we look now into the practice, how are hoteliers in Switzerland responding to these new opportunities? Are they curious, or are they more skepticism?
I think it's a mix, but I think we're seeing more curiosity than skepticism, especially from forward-thinking hoteliers. So Swiss hospitality is known for its standards and for its independence. So naturally there are questions like, who's going to see my data? What's in it for me? But once we explain that it's not about taking control and not about selling data, it's about giving it back to the hotels, giving it back to the hospitality industry. That's when people get excited and they start to lean in, right? And also the fact that it's backed by a Swiss foundation and supported by a trusted tech partner, I think that gives it credibility. Chris, I'm sure you've had many of those early conversations, so how are you experiencing that?
Yeah, it was a lot of interesting discussion, because we started in 2022, and I think that we were ready with the foundation 2 years after that, because the most important is people were like, yeah, okay, we want to go with you, but what guarantees do we have? what are you going to do with the data? Are you a private company? Who owns the companies? Will you distribute my non-anonymized data, etc., etc.? So that's why we spend quite some time with lawyers to come back with just a legal structure that will bring all the guarantees to the whole hospitality industry. We support it. Everything is transparent. We want an ethical and trustful view over it. And we are building something that never existed before. So we also had to learn. And that's where we're also quite happy to have the feedback of everyone. And right now, as we are bringing all of these guarantees, plus the technology, we see more and more and more people coming, not only in Switzerland, because we start to be global, and that's good also for Switzerland. But that's important for us, definitely, to bring guarantees and to protect the interest of the contributors of the platform.
And how open is the Swiss market to adopting such models of transparency and shared data?
Well, it started here. It started in Switzerland, in Région de Nyon, so in Canton de Vaud, if you know it. So the market was quite open, but again, at the condition that we bring the right guarantees. I think I am an entrepreneur, and as any entrepreneurs, I have a lot of questions like, oh gosh, what's happening? Do I am alone to experience it? And this is common for all of us here. And that's why the Swiss market specifically went to see us first as a tech company, and we brought a solution with them, but always with the core values. We bring fairness, because what we bring is for everyone, independently of the size you are. Transparency and innovation, because we want to go very far. But this is done with people, so with the Swiss market.
Walk us through what happened when a hotel using Protel sign up into HCommunity. What data flows and what insights are coming back?
So when a hotel using Protel opts into Hotelcommunity or signs up with HCommunity, the process is defined to be as seamless as possible, and importantly, completely free of charge for the hotel. So we've built a direct integration between Protel and HCommunity, and that allows for anonymized data to flow freely from the PMS to HCommunity's system. So it's availability, it's restrictions, it's reservation data, which flows, and those are the core of the operational information in a hotel. And when these are aggregated by HCommunity, they become really powerful tools for a databases for the wider industry. So from our side, it's a hands-off experience for the hotel. They don't need to do any technical setup. We handle it all from our side. And what happens after that with the data, once it reaches HCommunity, I think, Chris, you'll be better to explain that, because that's where your power really shines.
Yeah, so when we are connected with Protel, we receive the data in real time. So we receive everything. And what we do receive specifically, it's mainly about all the reservations, including the segments, the rate, the business reason, a bit of profiles. We do not store any kind of personal data. I mean, your customers, we do not need it. But the nationality, the address, the age, that will help on the segmentation is something quite important. But we receive a lot of details and a lot of data. And we choose to go in this direction because with that we can provide a past, present, but more important, future overview of the market. Market, again, meaning around you, your city, or your segment, whatever you choose. And thanks to this real-time integration, basically we are able to provide daily pickup, pace, guest segmentations, customer behavior, detecting who is booking what, at what price, for what date, what is the trend now. Do we have, I don't know, maybe Brazilian people booking right now in Canton de Vaud? That's all this kind of information that we see, and we can even go a little bit further, because I always remind this question, do I am the only one receiving so much cancellations? It's very specific, but it was at the very beginning of HCommunity, and yes, we can also see these kind of things, and many, many, many other. And this is available for everyone with the same level of information.
The next question is for both of you. Can this shared data also help destination or support sustainable practices in hospitality?
Absolutely. I think from our side, when we make operational data like availability, booking patterns accessible via Protel and our API, we're not just enabling insights at the hotel level. When that data is anonymized and aggregated by each community, it creates a much broader view of something that can be valuable far beyond a single property. So what we saw with HCommunity is that there was an opportunity for hotels to go beyond hotel data to inform and create their rate strategies and marketing initiatives. So by incorporating the broader insights from transport and mobility providers, restaurant activities, events, maybe even the destination insights, the hotel can really base its and position their rooms inventory with insights from the rest of the demand-generating ecosystem and factors for the time frame and for the location. So in a way, it's really total revenue optimization. Chris?
Yeah, something very particular also with us is we do not only centralize data coming from the hotels, but we also get data from restaurant and tourism activities. And since day one, we are collaborating with different destinations, first in Switzerland, because the destinations, for me, they have a double role. The first one is a promotional role. I mean, they are promoting the destination and they want to bring people inside the destination, so they are bringing businesses directly to the hotels. And for that, like any marketing agencies, they need data just to perform better, to detect the trends, and also to inform directly the market, meaning the hoteliers, with what's happening. And this, we offer it in real time with future overview also for the first time. So it is the marketing side, but on the other side, it's all about the infrastructure. We have a couple of projects running with destinations where they can analyze the flow of tourists and decide what will make their experience far better. So it's all about data and it's all about how we give them access.
Thank you very much. Maybe for outlook, for takeaways, what's the next step for this alliance? Are you setting new data sets or searching new partners? What are the next steps?
We continue to grow. Planet is actually helping us in this phase because it's super easy to onboard, and it's no effort also on the hotel side, which is the most important because it's just and done. So Planet is also contributing at the scalability of the foundation, and per extension, it has a direct benefit directly to the hospitality industry. But we also work actively together on the product itself and what we can deliver to the hotels. And the product part of Planet also plays a good role on, giving us advices, sharing experience. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy.
I think there was also your discussions about having then HCommunity insights directly embedded into the cloud PMS and so bringing powerful market intelligence directly right into the daily workflow and where the staff can interact with that information and so the kind of seamless smart integrations that make this partnership and this alliance possible, right? Yeah,
definitely. That's the product part I was talking about. Is instead of going to the MarketWatch portal, that's the name of the portal you will access. Basically, we get a bit of data and we push it directly into the cloud version. And here, you don't have to connect. It's already in front of you and with your own numbers and everything. So we are merging the best of two worlds.
Yeah, and I think it's now already gone over the borders of Switzerland. You're working internationally, right?
Yeah, exactly. We are growing quite fast because we have many other hotel associations around the world that are joining us, mainly Europe, also North America, and we plan for next year to go in other different areas. But for us, it's also very great for Switzerland because we are super happy to promote our Swissness, and we are very proud of that. But it will also be a good thing for the Swiss market because now we can compare, I don't know, Zurich with Berlin, Zurich with Paris, Geneva with Vienna, etc., etc., etc.
Maybe for the last question, what's one thing you want hospitality professionals to walk away with today?
I think what we hope hospitality professionals will walk away with today is the understanding that open technology is no longer a future concept. It's already here, and it's unlocking new possibilities. With platforms like Protal.io and our investment in the Open API, we've made it simple for hotels to access and share their own data securely. That's the foundation. But where we are headed to is even more exciting. And as we look forward, we see two big opportunities for the industry. Firstly, payments. Payment data is incredibly rich. It gives real-time signals about guest behavior and business health. And when connected with the PMS data, it can help hoteliers make smarter and faster decisions. And second, of course, AI, not in a buzzword sense, but in practical ways like automating and detecting patterns in guest stays or booking behavior and simplifying operations in general. And here's the key. We think that none of this should be locked behind closed systems. That's why we're committed to keeping our ecosystem open and secure and accessible so that the whole entire industry can benefit. But we also know that taking advantage of these new emerging opportunities takes investment, and this is where HCommunity has created a flywheel of sorts where the monetization of the data itself, by making it available in the HCommunity marketplace, as Chris described, creates a source of funding that can be put back into investing in further technological opportunities that then in and of themselves create additional value. So a real flywheel effect. And I believe this funding can go well beyond investments in technology and become a more significant revenue line item for hotels as the rest of the ecosystems begin to benefit and contribute to the ecosystem. So if there's one takeaway today, we already have the building blocks, and with partners like HCommunity and Planet, we have the tools, and you have the tools you need for the future of hospitality, and they are within reach, and they are built with your values in mind.
Yeah, so the question was one thing you want hospitality professional to walk away with today, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I will say that your work is translated into data, and this has a huge value, not only for yourself but also for everyone in the market. And for too long, we have other companies, other institutions that profited about it. So now that's the time to take back the control, take back the power, because you are the hospitality industry. And that's our mission at HCommunity Foundation with great partners, to give you back all of this power and to turn your work into insights thanks to a collective intelligence, a collaboration. You can also support your region, because when you share your data with the destinations, they will do a better job. I hope that's what they're supposed to do, but they will do it, I'm sure. It will also fuel innovation, because we all hear about AI, innovation, all this kind of stuff. That's the data era, but right now you have the control. You can open the tap or not. And basically, maybe the most important is you are not alone anymore. And for those that are not yet in the foundation, we are happy to welcome you and make you start working on our platform.
Thank you very much, Christopher and Adrian, for this insightful conversation. What we heard about today is far beyond digital tools. It's about building a culture of collaboration, fairness, and shared responsibility in hospitality. Your work reminds us that data is not just a number, it's a chance to act smarter and more ethically. Thank you very much for being here. A warm applause for Christopher and Adrian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tina.